Just a boy on the hilltop, counting sheep to pass the time. Found himself in a quandary, face to face with a lion.
The truck is finally back together, ready for a bit of testing and ready for some local exploring.
Just a boy in a pasture, working in the mountain air. Got more than he bargained when he came upon a bear. When the fight became impending, we knew to stand his ground.
Look at how much ice is still here from that big ice jam. Crazy. Here we are down at the beautiful and mighty Fraser River, British Columbia's longest river, spanning 1,300 kilometers from the Rocky Mountains to the Pacific Ocean. And within that span, it goes through some pretty rich gold ground. And every time she makes an appearance on Destination Adventure, somebody says, "Dustin, you gotta go gold panning there." So today we're going full prospector. As a matter of fact, might pay for the whole season's fuel bill with nothing but nugs. It's gonna be awesome. Oh, it's a heavy one. I can feel it. This pan is mostly gold. When you're just starting the pan, don't forget to wash the big rocks. Might be some flecks on there. Oh, water's pretty cold today, huh? Some people try to tell you proper technique is side to side. I find it more effective as a back and forth. Gold's heavier than you think. A lot of people are too patient when they're panning. I'm more of a speed panner. You got some good color in there? Pretty good color over here. On a button. What do you think about those new plastic pans? I heard the riffles help catch the gold. Just got a metal one over here. That's what you want to see. Lots of black sand right down there in the bottom. Got color in this one. Bit of a history fact for you. The term shake your money maker, actually an old prospector's term. When you're shaking your gold pan, shaking the money maker. You know what? My mistake. It's just fool's gold. Oh, you got a claim around here? I'm just doing some test pans. So what constitutes a picker? Because if you got tweezers, we're in business. Well, if this continues, we're gonna be rich in experience. On the Fraser River, you're gonna find a lot of what they call flower gold, just little specks, because a lot of the gold in the Fraser is coming from tributaries from way up in the mountains. By the time it tumbles down the Fraser, it gets broken up into pretty small pieces. Just on my second pan, and getting enough specks that you can kind of see here. I'll put it in a different pan so I can try and film it. Well, to be completely honest, the Fraser River is not where I would typically go gold panning because you just have to pan so much to find anything at all. But this year, the Fraser is lower. I don't want to say that it's ever been because history's an awful long time, but it's lower than it's been in a long time. So I'm hoping we can find some little pockets. Yep, whale vertebrae. Hoping we can find some pockets, maybe some cracks in some rocks that have not been exposed in some time, because a lot of gold does flow down this river, just nothing very big. But a lot of small gold is the same as a little bit of big gold. Anyways, what do we think? Does that look like a nug trap? Yep. Couple of 3 or 4 nugs in there for sure. Rookie move number 1. Should have brought a shovel. Been a long time since I've been out panning. I'm a little bit rusty. So the idea is to just basically speed pan a bunch of different spots and see where I'm finding the most gold. Basically every pan has a half a dozen tiny little flakes in the bottom of it. Oh, I found it. I found the pocket, the absolute honey hole. Right in there. Come on, baby. I scraped up a bunch of this clay and gravel and junk into my pan. I'm feeling pretty optimistic, but as a semi-non-professional prospector such as myself, that crack being right beside somebody else's workings, there's a good chance they know more than me and they didn't go for that crack, so it might have nothing in it. Can you believe it? My theory actually panned out. Can't see much. A lot of black sand. But there's quite a bit of flakes in there actually. I think I'm gonna switch to the black pan so I can see this a little bit better. Not a tremendous amount, but a little bit. I'm panning at kind of an interesting location, of which I will cover in depth in the future. Can't get into it quite yet, but there's an old ghost town up there, and there used to be a ferry somewhere just down here, maybe right up there. Just found something that I think is pretty interesting. It's a horseshoe, and correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe it's actually a medical horseshoe. Like when a horse's hoof splits, they'll put this on, and then it keeps it together as it heals. Could be wrong, but I think that is what it is. Pretty neat anyways. I have this neat little sniffer bottle for sniffing up the small pieces of gold, and the gold we're finding here is incredibly small, so it's going to be hard to film. I think the idea, I'll take a couple hours and just pan a whole bunch of different spots, accumulate the dust that I find, and we'll see what we have at the end. Them old-timey miners, they must have had pretty strong backs. I'm about 2 hours into this, my back is just killing me. But I have enough in here, I think it's gonna be measurable anyways. Can you believe a giant iceberg tried to just collapse and kill me? Gotta be careful out here. There's a lot more in here than I thought. Would you take a look at that? Being down there and all that black sand, I think it's a little bit less than what we really have, but I'm gonna try and find a little scale so I can actually weigh it. But before we head back to town, since we're exploring around the Fraser River here, there's one more spot I want to check out, and we have to get to the other side of the Fraser River. There's actually a really nice little road that goes from Williams Lake to Quesnel, about halfway. Something I want to explore. Hey, sorry to bug ya. Looking for the Diamond Island Ranch. A little further up there. Another 30 clicks, you figure. Okie dokie. Whoa. Nice day for hay.
Travel far, now retreating.
There's a pretty radical dirt road shortcut here. Well, in all reality, it's a long cut. The pavement would be much shorter, but it's pavement, so just stupid.
I've longed for this place for so long.
I don't know what's going on with this road. It has seen some better days. I think it has recently experienced a washout.
And I breathe in the air fresh from the blessed Midwest. I am held by the forest where I go for rest, and washed by the waters of Lake Michigan. And wherever I go, I will return again to my home, the blessed Midwest.
What a glorious feeling. The irrigation ditches are flowing, spring is in the air. Just turned off of the Williams Lake Cutoff Road onto the Soda Creek Road, dropping back down to the Fraser River Valley.
My gun and my powder, my old woolen trousers, some bread for the road. The call of a bugle, another refusal to wait for the snow. She knows that I'll grow slowly as a raindrop down a window pane. She knows that I'll hold the locket on a chain to keep the evil things away.
Gotta make a stop at the old Rudy Johnson Bridge. This thing has pretty extensive history within the town, my family, and the YouTube channel. Just down there is an island called Mad Russian Island, and it is the location of adventure numero uno of Destination Adventure. Hey everyone, my name is Dustin Porter. I'm from Williams Lake, BC. It took me quite a few tries to actually find something that worked. 2 wheels in there. For my strap, I just used a really thick piece of strapping, metal up here, and riveted on, so it's good and strong. It's not the fanciest thing in the world, so I'm just getting to the bottom of the cable here. Obviously I can't carry my camera across, so I'll be putting it in the backpack. I'll have my GoPro on. Unfortunately, I only have a chest mount for my GoPro, so it won't be the best shot, but it'll be enough to give you guys a little look at what it's like out on the cable. So I'm gonna get all geared up and head across. Pretty flippin' rad. Anyways, got some miles to put on. 1, 2, 3, 4! Now that officially brings us to the west side of the Fraser River and the ever so appropriately named West Fraser Road.
She knows that I'll grow slowly as a raindrop down the window pane. She knows that I'll hold to lock it on a chain to keep the evil things away. She knows that I'll grow slowly as a raindrop down the window pane. She knows that I'll hold to lock it on a chain to keep the evil things away.
It's a neat place to explore out here because there's a lot of history, and anything close to the road is pretty much visible because it's all grassland. There's a car out here underneath a tree. I need the car people to tell me what this is because it's a super interesting something. Never seen a car like that before, but the fenders completely cover the wheels. What a neat looking car though. Looks like somebody just parked it there decades ago and it hasn't moved since. It's a shame it's so windy today. I can't really get a steady shot with the drone. But as much as I don't really like knocking on doors in the middle of nowhere, I might go knock on this person's door and see if they wouldn't mind if I walk down and check out their old car. There we go. Only blocking most of the driveway. Wish me luck. If you're watching this video, it means I didn't get murdered. Good news is, did not get murdered. The bad news, it appears they are not home. There's so many neat old farmhouses and stuff to see along the way. It's pretty slow moving here. There's an old abandoned farmhouse out in this field. Really cool.
I'm fed with livestock, grain, grasses, and grain that I bought in a city from another city that I cannot name. I'll meet you for dinner, and we'll speak the same. What choice have we got to kiss women who love us and we love the same? These men that we're making, these men we've become, who speak with conviction, we can't find the answers when the day is done.
We are officially off of the main road, dropping down to the Fraser River, which will deliver us to our final destination. This brings us to the end of our drive and the beginning of a pretty unfortunate story for a local ranching family. I don't know it great, but I do know a bit of it, so let me tell you what I know. Right in front of me here is a bridge that is obviously closed, and it goes over to Diamond Island, where you can find Diamond Island Ranch. Couple of brave cows out here. You can see the bridge is in pretty rough shape, but it's been sitting now for quite a lot of years. But this whole island used to be a cattle ranch. Nice big fields out there. There's a couple houses in here, whole bunch of ranch equipment, nice old truck sitting there. And what happened, I guess, is this bridge is touching the low water line, which makes it on crown land, not private land. And the government came in and told them that the bridge is not safe enough for public access, needed a new deck, needed railings, and who knows what else. But if they were gonna fix it up, they would have had to do all the work and then get a government somebody to come certify it, and the whole operation would have been, I mean, hundreds of thousands of dollars. So unfortunately they ended up just walking away from it. I think they do have other property where they're still able to run the ranch, but what a sad thing. This whole operation just got left behind. And I want to get down a little bit lower and take a look at this bridge support, because it looks like a monster I-beam. Look at that thing. Holy smokes. That's unbelievable. I sure do feel bad for these folks. I don't know enough of the story to have a full opinion of my own,
But there's so much left over there. I hope that they're able to access and utilize this property. What a beautiful place. And looking at the bridge from the drone, all of the material to completely redeck that thing is sitting right here. So, I know things move awfully slow within the government. My optimism is limited, but I do wish them the very best. Nevertheless, we're heading back to town.
I was lucky enough to source in one of our fine local establishments. Tiny little scale for weighing the gold. I mean, this is actually meant to weigh herbs and spices. Should weigh up some gold, no problem though. Just finished cooking up a fresh batch of nugs. Built myself, fully custom, little container so I can weigh out this gold. I'll tell you what I've learned so far. It's really difficult to get this down to just gold. It looks like it's like half black sand. But let's see what we got. Scale is zeroed out. Would you look at that? We're basically rich. 0.53 grams. Well, let's do a quick little calculation here, and I'd like to thank everyone for their patience through the maintenance season. The rig threw me some curveballs this year, but she's running good, looking good, and I'm ready to get back on the road. Current price of gold per ounce, $2,280.57. Per gram, that leaves us $73.32, and we found half of 1 gram. Leaving us a profit of $36.50 if we include the weight of the black sand. That's not looking very good for the fuel bill. Nevertheless, we did have fun doing it, and I hope you had fun watching it. Thanks for watching, everybody.
Running from the wind, I can feel the darkness creeping in. I've been waiting on the day I could send my worries on their way. Your love to me is like honey on my tongue. You soothe my woes when the day is done. You already know